practices that sort of cultivate moving in serpentine-like ways. So hands at the side of the body facing behind you. And you're just going to begin waving the hands back and forth, kind of in opposite ways. Almost like you're walking down the road. It's a little bit awkward, but you're just kind of waving the hands in an exaggerated way. And I'll show you from the side, and begin to make the hands a little bit more serpentine-like. So let them be wavy. And again, this is, well, just like before, doesn't matter what it looks like for us. I mean, I guess I'm on camera here, but this is not a performance art, right? This is not for your Instagram. I mean, it could be, but it would, well, I guess for some of us, they would get a lot of views from it, but it's not the intention. So, all right, we're swaying the arms back and forth. And when you're ready, and bring the hands up a little bit higher and begin doing kind of horizontal circles like you're wiping a tabletop. So the palms are down. And you send one arm out in front, and then you pull that elbow back, bring it in kind of not directly in the center, but kind of close to the center. Each side. So it's like you're making a big figure 8, wiping the tabletop here. And the hips can turn. The rhythm of the breath is natural. That is, you're not trying to bring it into phase of the movement. You're just trying to feel the circles. And these kinds of movements, you can consider them examples of silk grilling, which is a kind of training practice to train kind of smooth, curvilinear motions. It could be, related to like certain kind of martial practices, but we're not doing it like that. We're just kind of playing with the circles and I guess wiping the imaginary tabletop here. That's the plan. That's all we're doing. And then when you're ready, just come back to the waving the arms, the serpentine-like S waves on the side of the body, and then bring it back down to a still point. So we're going to do 1 or 2 moves from what's called the advanced snake breathing exercises from Daoist Snake Qigong. And then there's one move from this, there's a 7-move Daoist Snake Qigong set. We'll do at least one of those. They can be done independently, but we'll just play with some of them. So the first one we're going to do here, I forget what it's called actually, but we're gonna have our hands be like hissing snakes. So you're gonna stand feet about shoulder apart, feet are parallel. You're gonna take, start with your right hand, bring your right hand up, breathing in through the nose, just kind of breathing it up like the wrist is pulling it up. And I don't know if you can see the angle here, but my hand is like in front of the shoulder, can be a little to the side, going that way. This is like a snake head, right? So hey there, snake head. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna push it forward as you hiss between the teeth. You're gonna go, just gonna push it out at the height of the shoulder, palm down. Then you're gonna pull it back as you breathe in through the nose. And then you're gonna send it out to the side and forward and kind of spiral it down a few times as you breathe out through the nose. Just kind of spiral it down, palm down. And then breathe in, your left hand comes up if you're mirroring me. Hiss, press it forward. Breathe in through the nose. You can turn the hips as you do this. And then breathe out through the nose as you spiral it down, sending it out to the side and forward and back in along the center line, spiraling it down. Breathing in through the nose. Breathe back in through the nose as you pull back. Breathe out through the nose as you spiral out to the side and forward and then back in toward the center on the way down. Breathing in. All the breathing through the nose except for the hissing through the teeth. Breathe out as the hand spirals down. And you can bring the hips into this too if you like, but just, if it feels complicated, just focus on moving the hands. Breathe in as it comes back, breathe out as it spirals down, and making like a whirlpool on the side. Breathing in. Back into the nose. Breathe out through the nose, spiraling down. Do one more each side. Breathe in. Into the nose. Breathe out through the nose. And spiral. Back into the nose. Breathe out through the nose. I had it in me. I was going to do a couple of these, but I'm excited. We're going to skip right to one of the other moves from the still part of the Daoist Snake Qigong practice. So for this one, take your left foot and have the foot about 45 degrees. And shift the weight as much as you can into your left foot. I'm mirroring you. And then take your right foot. Here's what you do. You step it out. And I don't know if you can quite see, but I'm putting it down so that the ball of the foot and the toes are lightly touching the ground. The heel is up. And it's like my weight is still back. I could bring that front foot back. It's a version of like what's called a cat stance in the martial arts. But here it's like you're just testing thin ice. And so now take your left hand and press it down at the side. And the background's a little bit, it would be hard to see it here, but I'm pulling the fingers up, like I'm pressing through the heel. So left foot 45 degrees, right foot in a cat stance out in front, ball of foot and the toes down. Left hand is pressing down at the side. You might imagine there's like a pedestal here to give you some balance. And then your front hand, your right hand is out in front. And what you're going to do is you're going to begin just kind of stirring. And if your right foot's out in front, let's do it together. You're close to the body. You're going to stir out to the side and forward, and then stir back in along that center line. So if your right foot is forward and you're mirroring and you look down, you're just going counterclockwise. You're just kind of stirring the body. And then as you do this, you can see what happens if you try to invite the movement to come from the space at the navel. So you're just doing little turning. Try to exaggerate here, right? I guess, ooh, now I'm looking like I'm at the club in Ybor or something, right? But you're actually not trying to move that knee. I'm just trying to make you see where it's coming from. So that front foot stays where it is, but you just kind of imagine you're moving from the belly, just turning that hand. Like the hand and the arm, it all follows that, right? All right, we're going to switch sides, and then we're going to do the full thing. So here's the other side. Plant your right foot, 45 degrees. Left foot out, like a cat stance. Going to sink the hips a little bit. Now, your, what is this? This is your left hand. I may have screwed it up before, but the hand over here on this side, pressing down. And now, that's your right hand pressing down, your left hand's in front. Yeah, okay. And so now you're going to begin stirring that front hand. And maybe there's a pot of something in front of you, and you're just kind of standing here stirring it. And as you look down at it, if your left foot is forward, you're stirring it clockwise, I believe. And you can bring the hips into it a little bit, but try to keep that knee and that foot stable. You're just kind of stirring the pot. All right. Now, however that went, we're going to try it again. Left foot 45 degrees, sink the hips a little bit. Step forward into cat stance with your, what is this? Your right foot. What is this? Your left hand, press it straight down. And you're going to stir again. Right? You're stirring, but now we're going to add the full thing. All right. So here we go. So you're stirring. Well, we're going to start now. So you're going to stir one time out to the side and back. One time out to the side and back. And the third one, you're going to come up. And then this time it's going to come out, palm down, like you're pressing forward. Almost a snap. I'll show it again. Stir, one, down low. Stir, two, down low. Stir, three, snap. Then place the front foot flat. Turn the front foot on the heel. So you can't see my foot, I think, but it's out 45 degrees. You're going to shift the weight into the front foot. You're going to swing around. Now you switched. So now if you remember me, the left foot's forward. I'm going to adjust the camera so we can see the foot action here. And there we go. So your left foot's forward. Your right hand presses down. You stir with the, what is this? The left hand. Stir once, down low. Twice down low. Come up, snap it out. sink. Front foot's flat. Turn it on the heel, 45 degrees. Shift, take your backhand, you're going to swing it around. Now, what is this? Left foot's forward. You're going to stir, stir, snap, sink, turn the front foot, come around, stir, stir, snap, sink. Turn the front foot 45 degrees, backhand swings around. I'm getting close to the camera, but don't freak out. It's going to be all right. You're going to stir, stir, up. Front foot goes flat, turn out 45 degrees. Swing the backhand around. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Sink, turn the front foot. Backhand comes around in cat stance. Right hand stirs, stirs, snap, sink, front foot 45 degrees, come around. This will be the last one here. Stir, stir, snap. Hey, I'm still here. Release it down. Okay. Now, however that felt, come back to the place we were before, and we're going to stand with the feet shoulder width apart. And now you're just going to begin swaying those arms again. Forward and back. Turning the hips. Trying to get the serpentine-like motions. There's infinite aspects of yin and yang here. If you think of the front of the wrists, then when the front of the wrist moves forward, that's yin. And when front of the wrist moves back, it's yang. So you got yin and yang transformations from the right side to the left. If you think of the heel of the hand, the palm, you can think pushing back is yang. And then coming forward is yin. Either way. But you just sway the hands. And then when you're ready, bring them up and we're going to wipe the tabletop. Just wipe the tabletop. Some of all of the spiralings we did, right? It's all still there. And if it doesn't feel like that, just make the shape. Just turn and do the wiping of the tabletop. Swing the arm out. And then be yang, like you're grasping and pulling back. Grasping, you can imagine pulling back. We'll just keep the hands flat. If that just seems too theoretical, just circle, wipe the tabletop. Ready, come back, sway, forward. So those were pieces of like a longer set of practices called Daoist Snake Qigong, or the Daoist Snake Frolic, that I learned in parts in different ways from one of my main teachers, Cohen. Let's